U.S. Special Forces in Yemen take over American Walmart stores. This was put out by the European Times on April the 16th. I'm not real familiar with this. I'm not sure how reliable they are. I've looked at some of the other stuff that they had and it seems to be reliable, but again, not being familiar with it, I'm just going to leave the link. You can go there and you can see it for yourself. The article is quite lengthy. After this little bit here, it does go on to talk about Jade Helm, and I'm not going to go over all that. There's really nothing new in that. I'm not going to rehash all that everybody already knows. Now to the article. An intriguing Foreign Intelligence Service report circulating in the Kremlin today is expressing puzzlement as to why the United States top Special Forces Command that is currently directing the war in Yemen against Houthi rebel forces has this past week taken over a number of Walmart stores in America and is now converting them to command and control centers. According to this report, SVR Electronic Intelligence analysts tasked with overseeing their American counterparts this past week identified a series of mysterious communications between the United States Special Operations Command, SOCOM, located at the MacDill Air Force Base in Tampa, Florida, their subservient counterpart located in the U.S. Naval Expeditionary Base Camp, Liminar, and I can't say this word, where the war in Yemen is being directed from, and of all places, from a suddenly closed Walmart store in Brandon, Florida. This store is just 13 miles from the main headquarters, according to this article. In following these SOCOM communications, this report says a further strangeness was discovered when C2 links were also found existing between the likewise suddenly closed Walmart store in Pico Rivera, California, and the massive U.S. Marine Base Camp Pendleton, located about 74 miles apart. A suddenly closed Walmart store in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and the Tulsa Air National Guard Base, located 16 kilometers or about 10 miles apart, and a suddenly closed Walmart store in North Midland, Texas, and Fort Bass and El Paso, Texas, is about 259 miles apart, and a suddenly closed Walmart store in Livingston, Texas, and the highly secretive U.S. Homeland Security Base located at the Ellington Field Joint Reserve Base in Houston, Texas, about 74 miles apart. As to why all these Walmart stores spanning the entire length of the United States were suddenly closed, this report continues. U.S. news sources are reporting that they all mysteriously experienced the exact same plumbing problem, but which local news sources from California to Florida quickly discounted as being not true. I'd like to make a little interesting point that with all the conspiracy theories that's going out there with Jade Helm and the underground tunnels and everything else that's true and not true that's being thrown around out there, if they could have found anything whatsoever to prove that what the official statement that is being given by Walmart is true, they would have done it. Mainstream media definitely would love to prove the conspiracy is wrong, so if they could find anything whatsoever showing that they are actually doing remodeling and plumbing issues that are getting fixed, and they would have put that out there by now. It goes on to say, more ominous, however, the sudden closing of these Walmart stores, this report states, is their location in what has been described as the main combat target zone of a massive SOCOM military exercise planned for the United States called Jade Helm, whose ending in September, which is coincidentally exactly coincides with the 6-month date all these stores have stated they will remain closed for until they reopen. I'm going to leave the link to the article below, so go ahead and visit the site. And I'm guessing that all this is why there's so much of the heightened security that's going on around the Walmarts that's been reported. And just check it out for yourself. And thank you for watching, and God bless.